So Coco said to me the other day, why don't you tell life stories? And so I thought today I would tell a life story. So when I was extremely young, probably 7 or 8, my father, we own a bushland property. It's about 189 acres in size. It's a fairly large property. And during deer season, we decided to go deer hunting. And of course, I was quite young, so I did not have a rifle at this stage. It was just me following Dad around. And this was about at 2 or 3 in the morning. Stepmom dropped us off at the gate and left. So, opened the gate, got in. We walked around for a few hours. Could not see anything. I was being an annoying little kid as usual. And we finally spotted one. This was about probably 5 a.m. We'd finally walked enough and we'd spotted one. And I fucking sneezed. I sneezed and scared it away. And my dad was extremely angry at me. But that wasn't the worst of the things later on. So eventually we got along a little bit further to my treehouse. That was about 20 minutes away as we were sneaking along. And Dad goes, do you want to sit in the treehouse while I walk the other end of the property? And I said, yeah, you know what? I will. I'll walk, I'll set up my treehouse, bash some shit together, do some crazy 7-year-old shit, whatever I was doing at the stage. I believe I was hitting a rock with a stick. That's how exciting I was. So he sits me up at my treehouse, and it felt like it had been ages. And there was no Dad, and I started to panic. I didn't know what to do. I thought for the worst. I literally thought my dad could have been bitten by a snake. One buck had rammed him. I was starting to think crazy shit like that. So I went searching for my dad. I thought this would be a really good idea to go searching for my dad on a 189-acre property. I knew he was down the bottom end, so we'll cut that in half, about, say, a 90-acre property. So I thought it'd be a really good idea to walk through the bush and scream out Dad about every 30 seconds. So eventually I did find my dad because he come out of the bush yelling his head off at me because I was scaring away all the deer. Apparently he'd seen about 3 deer run away while I was walking through the bush yelling out Dad. And he was extremely angry with me. And needless to say, I've never been deer hunting with him since. He has not been deer hunting since that day. We now actually look after them. There's plenty of deer up at the property and we just sit there and watch them. We don't hunt them anymore. And pretty sure that's my fault. But I hope you guys enjoyed this pretty short story. The game in the background is called theHunter. I've been enjoying playing it, but as you can see at the end here, I shot the deer in the head and the bullet ballistics do not work in this game. So I've managed to embed the bullet in their heads and things like that, and they still haven't died, or other times it just has not even registered at all, which is quite frustrating. But I do enjoy actually hunting. Hunting's been one of my lifelong hobbies. I'd really enjoy doing it. I usually only hunt wallaby, so Rufus, Bennets, and paddy melons, as we don't have kangaroos in Tasmania. We don't have the bigger forms. The biggest one we've got is a Bennets. But I hope you guys enjoyed the story. I've been Trace, and I'm out. See you later.